Broncos sideline. You get a look at their head coach. These guys just about set to go in this one. Leading the opposing sideline, a man who needs little introduction. That's Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. These guys more than motivated for this contest. We're ready to take the field here at home. Welcome in, everybody. Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And I know all of us are ready for this new season to begin. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and's got us off and running.
First and 10 from the 43. Nix from the gun. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Where he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
It's a 3rd down, give to Martin. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Throwing on first down, Nix. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Prior pass, no good, so here comes 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Yeah, these in-cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
That's another Broncos First down. A gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Makes the throw again. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. Fights his way through a tackle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown. Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but you can't start much better than that. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. On now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes. All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over, like Bradshaw, Martina, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball is out. Mahomes fumbled it. And this one's recovered by the Broncos. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur, and you might even hear a few birds.
Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd. Now Nix. And they're going to be
be set up just outside that red zone. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Dobbins trying the right side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Throwing here, Nix. That's incomplete left side. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Third and goal, here's Nix. This is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 13-0 lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's Smith on the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the 2nd time this game. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chiefs first down. We've set it down from the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This slide puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Yep.
Play action, Mahomes. He's got him right side. And he stopped cold at the spot. We won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. On 3rd down, Walker. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Yellow.
They send the tight end in motion. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Chiefs 7.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. We get it on the ground here with Dobbins. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Nick's looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And that sets up 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He's hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 14.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On the draw, to give to Harvey. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
That extra half second, Kate, that's it. You know, we talk about timing in the passing game all the time, the precision. It's the same thing with the draw. If you have too long of a delay, you give a D-tackle like that a chance to get home and make a play.
Now Knicks on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. And the Chiefs look like they have it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months.
1st
and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in the opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They give up the middle to Harvey. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's Nix. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And he'll at least get this to register as inside the 20 on the stat sheet, as this is down at the 19-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
At the 33-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Walker on 1st down. They're giving 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Trying to throw this from the gun. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They give up the gut to Walker. They have him gain up about a handful there. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to and really break the backs of a defense.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing is Mahomes. this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Chiefs first down.
I'm not sure how this... Defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And he'll get this forward to about the 28. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third down and 3 coming up on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw Mahomes. He gets it to Rice. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Another throw for Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs earned the chance to tie it before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him or check down, you see what can happen. What kind of damage the elite running in this league can do.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. They're not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Out wide, it's Ronald. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the 2nd quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. 1st down throw, Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Again, Mahomes to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, Mahomes. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they make the tackle at the 38. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10. It's Mahomes. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This is going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And this stays tied here in the 2nd.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Quick slant caught by Sutton. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And instead of 3 points, quarter 3 remains tied.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. So much to talk about as we wrap up week 1. A busy week of football. Let's get right into it. Our trip around the league starts now. In the Motor City, the Lions at home to take on the Saints. And we know the Detroit offense can score. How about the defense getting it done? They knock the football out, force the fumble, scoop it, and they're taking it back the other way. What a game-changing play. Touchdown. The Lions wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Justin Herbert. He's looking to throw, then makes a beeline for the end zone. 12 yards on the scramble for the score. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is Mitchell Tinsley. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. The Bengals move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. The tight end in motion now. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Off play action. It's Mahomes. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Escapes the defender. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Slot receivers headed left. The first carry now, Brashawn Smith. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. That's worthy of running the slant. It's inside the 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead right away in half number 2. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Nix. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's halts in after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36. Broncos going nickel here. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And in a shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Screen here for Smith. Makes the tackle. Keeps away from one. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Back to throw it. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a third-quarter lead. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown.
And every year, it's kind of like the Baskin-Robbins of tight ends. You get all sorts of different flavors. You get inline blockers, you get guys that can run routes, you got guys that can do a little bit of everything, and then you get a game changer. And this guy's a game changer.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And that one doesn't get him much, giving maybe a yard. It's third down. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Nix from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And that takes them to 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Joe finds his back, Harvey. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. It's a give here for Dobbins. He dodged the tackle. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos now trail by just a point in the 4th. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that.
And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to... Get this defense more good numbers well into this second half. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he comes through big here. 9 yards at 2nd down. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. Impresses me so much, Kate. The guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
It's a 3rd down give to Harvey. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of him.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Harvey once more. Good running here. He's across the 15. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle...
This play going under review by the officials. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are. spotting the ball.
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Running forward with Dobbins. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos take a fourth-quarter lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Extra point try now from Lutz. No problems on the extra point there. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. The give now to Walker. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Yellow.
Running with Walker again. And he did his part, partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Third and long for him here. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Broncos will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Going with Dobbins here. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Running it again with Dobbins. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Back to Dobbins on first. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
This option play now on second down. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now. Nick's now to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. Running back sent in motion. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's a Chiefs 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to the air, Mahomes. Finds the in route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. All set to go now from the 35. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. He'll look to throw it. Who else? Kelsey's got another. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. He is to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Setting up to pass. Escapes the defender. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. 35. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they need to get it to at least that 40-yard line to have a shot at the game winner. But there's enough time remaining to work it even closer if things go right. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Headed out right. That's low and bounces short of his man. Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. Nix. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Throwing now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Brings it in at the 12. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Staying with Walker. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down here. Need 8 on the play. They give up the gut to Walker. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Well, they waited right until the end to use this final timeout. Only 6 seconds left on the clock. Kansas City sends out its punt team. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. As fun as it would have been, unlikely that we were going to see a walk-off punt return touchdown there. And now with no time remaining, we're headed for overtime. overtime here, Brock. I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those two drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Harvey now to return it. Things going well so far. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they fought hard not just against their opponents out on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents here in these stands. Now a chance to be the first ones to answer the bell and take the early lead here in overtime. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First throw of overtime. Hits his running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, looking for options. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense working quickly.
That's good for Broncos. First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Broncos.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At their 48-yard line.
Nix from the gun. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
All right, gonna need the full 10 here on this opening drive of overtime if they don't want to stall out. Throw here, 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. It's Walker on the option. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
You
you know that is such a bummer because those are the moments you live for defensively. Those are all the reps you do in practice to get to that moment when the ball's in your hand to make that interception. He can't get it done. Now he's got to flush it and go make another play.
Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this needs to be a good one. Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Broncos running their offense out once again. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back for the winning touchdown? Really just surprise everybody here. It'd be a little tougher to do now, though. Both offenses a little more settled in. You've got to imagine a little more sense of urgency. You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swinging.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for Nix. Finds his man, Ingram. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that game was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pickup of 2 here, and it's going to be first down Denver.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Nix now to throw. And set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
On 2nd down, McLaughlin. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. 8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Going for the first with Dobbins. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Timeout taken taken by Kansas City. It's second, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. The kick is good, he got it! And they've taken back the lead.
You know, Kate, that may not seem like much, right? Just go 1 for 2 as a kicker, but it's a whole lot different just psychologically for these guys to see one go through, because they may need him at some point later in this game.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And this isn't just anyone in O-Star form. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. So for my partner Brock Hewitt and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Kansas City.